So Stuart asked a question, I didn't get it in the beginning, and you reposted it.
Yeah.
And this sign, everyone in here has, I'm sure, experienced some kind of hate,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Massachusetts, you probably have less hate than, say, I won't push other states, but
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
have any of you dealt with, and he's asking white supremacy hate, but any hate at all? Can you, when we ask anyone in here want to share a recent story or some story that really affected your life in a negative way?
Well,
It could be
for me,
Dan.
I worked for Burger King in Cape Cod for 13 years, and I came out. And as soon as I came out, I was harassed.
When was this?
My Burger King days?
Yeah.
25, 30, 27 years ago,
Okay.
ish.
So that was,
But even then,
Yeah.
coming out, telling my husband at the time, and then my job, and I got harassed. I stayed for 2 years trying to make it work, because I already put 13 years in, and I had to quit my job.
anyone else want to have a, Tyler?
I actually was in a similar predicament. I used to work for a manufacturing company, and I was out at the time when I started the job. I didn't hide it, talk at the lunch table, the straight men would talk about their relationships, I would talk about mine, until it started becoming, this is a straight man's work environment, you don't belong here. And I eventually ended up leaving, and here I am now.
Specifically to Stuart's comment about white supremacy hate, I believe, statistically and proven wise has shown, the severely maligned, marginalized peoples in LGBTQ groups is typically LGBTQ people of color. My background, I'm mixed, so I have a dad who's mixed race, and I have my mom who's white Portuguese. So I grew up in a very different, diverse world. My earliest experience of probably that, white supremacist hating homophobia or whatnot, is probably when I was in college, and I was out Western Mass. So of the 5 college area, I'm not going to specifically name it, there are active white supremacists there. And I was with a group of myself and a few other trans women, and there was a trans woman of color with us, and they readily identified us as queer and trans, and I had to get into fisticuffs with that, and it was a matter of kind of survival, because it was in the middle of the woods, or my housing situation, you had to go up a hill, and it was pretty much forest. So and no one else was around. The nearest emergency phone box was probably 3 miles down the hill, and it's a very scary situation, and it's not, it's there, but I don't think we had to recently deal with it very upfront here in New Bedford. And I'm hoping it stays that way.
Mhm.
Ditto.
Anyone else?
When we first started the senior group, people wanted to know more about each other, and they kind of did a round table and told their stories, and it was amazing, some of the hurt that these people have gone through and have come out of it so successful, and it blows my mind that in the day, and we're talking 40 years ago, how cruel they were treated. I actually have a married couple who had to leave their neighborhood and move to another neighborhood because they were so badly harassed. They, not only for being gay, but they had 3 adopted black children. And that, it was just horrendous, the way they were treated.
So on a positive note, do you see the progression has been better? Are you hopeful for 2018?
I can tell you honestly, when I started this group, I did go to my selectmen. I said, I want to do this. This is going to be awesome. We're going to have a great group here. And they said, if you get this much negative, come see, direct it to us. Don't try to deal with it. Just direct it to the selectmen. And we've never had one single issue.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of add, when we had the Pulse incidents that happened last year, we had our Pride right afterwards. We had the after party at La Place, which is our local gay bar. The police actually, every time they weren't on a call, actually sat on the cruiser right out the bar, all night long to make sure we were safe.
That's
You
the
know,
New Bedford Police Officer.
that's the New Bedford Police, you know, I mean, they've been so amazing to us, or that's how I feel, that's my point of view for our
Yeah.
community.
Yeah, I would say without question, things are significantly better than they were. As an older gay man, there are certainly a lot of incidents that I've had to deal with. Probably one when you talk about the police, and again, this was many, many years ago, when I was involved with the North Shore Gay Alliance. We as a group wanted to have a meeting with the chief of police up in Lynn. And I had called the police department to request a meeting. I explained that I was a member of the North Shore Gay Alliance, and we wanted a meeting with the chief of police. And I could hear the person I spoke with say, some faggot from some queer group wants a meeting with you. And it actually was perfect, because then when the chief came on, I could say, you know,
So this
my
is
name is
some-
John Masson, and I'm some faggot from a queer group called the North Shore Gay Alliance, and we want to have a meeting to talk about why our members don't feel supported by your police officers. And so we did get a meeting, and so, but clearly, things have changed dramatically over the last so many years.
Definitely.
Yeah.